normal there. Oh, there's something. Hello. Tack on, Dave, tack on another minute if you don't mind. Hello, test 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're getting something there.
Testing.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, sure, turn me down.
Well, you know, succumbing to public pressure, sorry.
Because everybody wants to hear about Arkansas.
I didn't mention, I didn't mention the Razorbacks once in that last
I'm kidding.
week. You should be proud.
Oh, you're sensitive.
You should be proud.
I'm proud.
All right, we good? Good. She did it. Hello. The Rams on radio here on 100.1 KYFM. Grant Merrill, Steve Mowry along with you as let's just listen in down on the field for a second as they're just about to bring these Owasso Rams out. Lights are flashing and we're getting ready for a ball game tonight, Steve Mowry.
Full moon in the distance here on this Halloween weekend and a beautiful evening for football. Colder weather earlier in the week with some, as most of you know, about 4 days of just consistent heavy rain if you've gotten out of your home at all earlier this week. But a beautiful night here in Owasso. Perfect temperature and very little wind. Should be a fun night for this district matchup.
Well, we went over our Owasso Rams starters. We'll go over the Moore Lions starters here in just a few moments as, of course, they will send to the field quarterback Denver Wolf. He'll be backed up by Marcus Dawkins. The tailback starter is going to be Trevin Basinger, who got his first start last week, ended up carrying the ball 11 times for 161 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Lions win over Putnam City. In the receiver spots, Austin Gross, Leonardo Henderson, Marcus Dawkins as well, Braden Clark as well, Jax Rumsey in the left tackle position, Adrian Timpson in the left guard position, Derek Holgerson at center, Jakari Sykes at right guard, and Gavin Daniels at right tackle for the Moore Lions. That is their offense, and we'll get you caught up on their defense here in just a little bit. Steve, your keys to victory tonight, what are they?
Well, I think first of all, Grant, we got to look at this game. Moore coming in with a record of 2-6, and as you mentioned, had that victory last week, but overall they've really had a struggle this season. This Owasso Ram football team coming in, number 1 ranked in Class 6A. I think the first and foremost thing is they've just got to be ready to come out and play football. It's easy to come in and take a team lightly like this, do what they did last week, come out, punch somebody in the mouth, and get on the board early, get a big game. So I think focus is going to be the main thing, and of course defense typically sets the tone early for the Owasso Rams. Again, I always go back to the linebackers and then Gage Laney back in the secondary to set the tone. And ball security, don't want to turn the ball over early. You want to keep control of that. But I think focus tonight is going to be the main thing, because the Rams know they're a good football team, but you can't start believing everything you see in the papers and not perform on the football field.
Well, you may have heard Bill Blankenship on the Billy Sims Tailgate Show. We can't afford to be patting ourselves on the back.
Yep.
You know, that is a Bill Blankenship saying just about each and every year when we get good. And this is the time when it really matters, because as Bill also said, somebody's going to come up and surprise somebody in these last couple of weeks. And, it always happens that first round of the playoffs when the unexpected happens and somebody gets shocked.
Well, and you just look at last week, Broken Arrow goes into Edmond Santa Fe. Not that Edmond Santa Fe is a bad ball club, but that was a tight ball game, and Santa Fe comes out with a victory. I keep my eye on the Union Redskins, because I'm telling you, Grant, they've made some adjustments. Coach Kirk Frederick has done a fantastic job getting his team lined out. Had some tough games early on, and then, of course, Keith Riggs doing a fantastic job down at Jinx. Those are the guys. Some people think that Owasso is far and above all that, but those are some good ball clubs, and it usually comes down to a Tulsa County matchup.
All right, we are going to take another 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have kickoff between the Owasso Rams and the Moore Lions. This is Owasso Ram football presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM.
I'm just not sure what we're going to do with this new guy. He gets so excited about everything. He's jumping around, foghorns, throwing his hands up. I've got foghorns. You want some foghorn? I've got your foghorn. Oh, everybody loves the new guy. Everybody thinks he's the funny guy. What about me? What about me?
Continues, brought to you by Billy Sims Barbecue on East 86th Street in Owasso. We are just about set for the Rams and the Moore Lions tonight, and I just had to chuckle during the break as you were talking, Steve, with Rob Williams. How many schools have Toby Rowland bringing out the teams and being the first voice you hear on the Jumbotron?
Well, and not very many. And I was telling Rob off the air that if you're coming in from the west side and you hear that over the giant Ramtron down here, you got to think, wow, these guys are serious.
Yeah, absolutely. Owasso is going to kick off from right to left on the radio dial, as of course they will tee it up at the 40-yard line. The Moore Lions sending 2 men back deep to capture this football here, as it is 7:30 and time for football in the city of Owasso. Braden Clark is going to go back deep to receive for these Moore Lions, and we are just about ready to roll here on 100.1 KYFM. And for the first time in 2 weeks, the Owasso Sports Network, brought to you by Hometown Insurance and Agent Keith 2. Here is the end-over-end kick. It is kicked out of bounds, and just like that, the whistles will blow, and We've got a new 12 minutes put on the clock, and we're ready to get this thing underway, Steve.
Beautiful night here this evening as we look off in the distance. A full, clear moon, clear evening, very little breeze.
It's a nice night.
Beautiful
Football
night.
weather, for sure. 1st and 10, more Lions. They will have it at their own 35-yard line, moving from left to right on the radio dial. As we mentioned, Denver Wolf is the starting quarterback. 5'9", 150-pound sophomore quarterback. He's got a man on each side of him, twins to the left, one man split to the right. Wolf takes the snap here on the keeper, rolls left, fumbles the football. Who's got it? I think it's Owasso.
The Rams come up with it.
They got it at the 36-yard line. He dropped it out of his hands. The Rams pounced on it. I think one of the men on it was Jacob Clifton, and just like that, it's Owasso's football. 1st and 10 at the Moore 37.
Ahmad Triplett in early as well, able to come up with the football, but it was a tremendous hit that the quarterback took. I did not see who delivered that, but that's how you like to start a football game.
Absolutely. As Austin Havens leads the Rams out onto the football field, they'll start it at the right hash mark. And he sends everybody out into formation here. Twins to the right. Cole Adams split to the left. Derek Overstreet, the running back, behind him. As Havens takes the snap, he fakes a handoff, drops back to throw, slings it right side. It's caught down at the 5-yard line. Touchdown to Owasso. Trey Goins into the end zone. He makes it look so easy. And 17 seconds into this ball game, the Rams lead it 6-0.
I mean, that's coming out going boom and boom on your – that's your best defensive play and your best offensive play here to start out the ball game. A great start for the Rams. I'd say they're focused tonight.
Well, if anybody was worried about Owasso asserting dominance in the first 30 seconds of the ball game, they have done it this evening for sure. All right, it's 6-0. We'll try to see if they can make it 7-0 right here, as the extra point attempt is coming from Jake Adams. He'll line things up, the hold, the kick. It is on the way and good, and it is 7-0. 11:43 left to go in the first quarter. This touchdown, an extra point, brought to you by Owasso First Assembly of God. They remind you that their services are open to you both in person and online this Sunday morning at 10:30. Pastor Bruce McCarty and his congregation welcome you to be a part of it coming up this weekend. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM. Back in 30 seconds.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
Seconds, the Owasso Rams are kicking it away from left to right, teeing it up at the 40-yard line. Jake Adams ready to do the honors for the Rams tonight as they get things kicked off and ready to go. Here's the end-over-end kick. Stays in the field this time, and it's fielded at the 22. Here comes Moore's Leonardo Henderson. He'll take it out to the 27-yard line, and that is where the Lions will have it 1st and 10.
Great kickoff coverage that time by the Rams as the kickoff was received and tried to move back into the center of the field, but the Rams really doing a good job of staying in their lanes, able to give more starting field position at their own 29-yard line.
If you're just joining us, Owasso recovered a fumble at the 37 and in one play took it into the end zone. Thank you, Trey Goins, and it's 7-0 now. That's pretty much your scoring drive.
That's it.
And for the second time this ball game, Denver Wolf is ready to take the snap for the Moore Lions. He'll hand off. First man through, takes it to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's breaking free. Somebody get him. They'll get him at the 38-yard line of the Owasso Rams.
That's our guy we talked about, Basinger.
Yeah, Trevon Basinger was a non-starter prior to last week, and now he's just lighting it up for Coach Brad Hill and the Moore Lions. So they'll get a first down out of that, as it'll be 1st and 10 from the Owasso 38, breaking midfield. Twins to the left, one man to the right. Denver Wolf handing off. First man through, down to the 38, the line of scrimmage again. Trevon Basinger, the 5'10", 175-pound running back. He's a senior.
Dwaylen Reed in on the tackle that time from his defensive end position there on the left side. Reed is a 6 foot, 225-pound senior for the Rams.
Same formation for the Lions. We've got twins to the left, one man to the right. Denver Wolf ready to take the snap here. He'll do so. Handoff. First person through, gets up to the 35, down to the 31-yard line. Basinger on the carry again for the Moore Lions, and they're making their way down the field as it'll be 3rd down and 3 here.
Basinger listed at 5'10", 175, but he looks bigger there on the field.
Want to say hello to the lovely Cambry Shields, who's listening tonight. She's usually on the sideline, but unfortunately she's been sidelined tonight and is under the weather, so we hope she gets to feeling better fast so we can have some of those great Ram pictures from a great game like this tonight. Wolf back to pass, throws right. His intended receiver was Leonardo Henderson. It went through his hands and into the Rams sideline, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 3 to go now for the Moore Lions.
And this may be go-for-it territory here for Coach Hill. A little bit surprised they didn't go back to Basinger that time, but they tried to throw it out to the right. Just a little short out, but Braxton Bickham there at the corner did a good job of getting in front, tipping that ball out of bounds.
7-0 if you're just joining us. The Owasso Rams leading the Moore Lions, 9:53 left to go in the first quarter. Out of the shotgun, twins to each side now, and Denver Wolf ready to take it off the right hash mark. He does so, dropping back to throw. He'll look for a receiver and run instead. He evades one tackle and gets double teamed there at the 33-yard line as he had 2 men bringing him down for a loss. And that'll turn it over on downs. 1st down and 10 for the Owasso Rams as they'll take over at the 34-yard line, their own 34-yard line, just 16 yards shy of midfield, Steve.
I'll tell you what, Denver Wolf, the Moore Lion quarterback, is having a tough time with his inauguration here this evening. He's only 5'9", 150, and he's taken a couple of really tough shots by the Ram defense.
Stacked receivers to the left. One of them is Keelan Carney. He catches the pass from Austin Havens, takes it out to the 42-yard line, close to a 1st down. Don't think he got it, but that's a big gain for the Owasso Rams as they move it forward. 9:41 left to play here, first quarter, 7-0 our score. It'll be 2nd down and about 2 yards to go. Man in motion to the right is Carney this time. Havens taking the snap, handing it off. Derek Overstreet up a hole on the left side, breaks a tackle, gets to the 47-yard line, and he's stopped and stuffed there by the Moore defense, but he gets his Duralast Roofing specialist 1st down, and they'll move up those chains. Zach Harbaugh and his crew ready to work on your roof and move your house forward with a new surface there. Appreciate Duralast Roofing Specialist, the sponsor of our 1st downs. Twins to the left, 1 man to the right as Austin Havens shouts out a 2nd set of instructions here. He'll motion Keelan Carney out to the right, and now handoff to the 1st man through Overstreet. He's going nowhere as he gets back up to the 45-yard line and is tripped up for a loss there. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12, Steve.
Tried to counterplay on the inside, but the Moore defense had it well covered that time. Moore comes in with the 3-3 stack, basically, 3 down linemen, and they really try to get their linebackers and defensive backs involved defensively.
Havens with another look at the Rams sideline. 9:03 left to play here, first quarter. He'll move Overstreet behind him before he takes the snap. Now he'll take the high snap and hand it off. Overstreet busting up the middle with a lot of speed there. He'll break midfield and get down to the 49 of the Moore Lions. That is going to bring up 3rd down at about 5.
And, of course, Overstreet called into action with the injury to Hagan Hood 2 weeks ago over at Southmore, and it looks like he is more than ready to carry the load in the Ram running game.
Twins to each side now. Out of the shotgun, Havens. In motion to the right is Derek Overstreet. Havens back to throw, looking. Tosses it up the middle of the field as he was throwing under duress, and that'll fall incomplete to bring up 4th down and about 6.
I think he wanted to go out in the flat to Overstreet and then pulled the ball down to look downfield and took a shot in the back as the Rams unable to convert on that series. So we'll be in a punting situation.
Jake Adams to kick it away here. He'll line up back at the 35-yard line. Here comes the kick. It is end over end, and it is going to bounce back toward the 5. It's picked up by a Moore line at the 9-yard line. Nowhere to go for Jacob McLaughlin. And just like that, that is where the Moore Lions will have it 1st and 10.
That was a bold move by McLaughlin, but probably saved another 8 or 9 yards. That ball was headed for Coffin Corner down in that left pylon area, and it was risky, but probably a good job for him to save the Lions from being backed up at their goal line.
8:13 left to go in the first quarter if you're just joining us. 7-0 our score. Appreciate those of you watching on the free of charge Owasso Sports Network.
Oh, man, we're going to work that one over, aren't we?
Well, you weren't here when I greeted everybody from the land of the free and the land of free streaming,
right.
Owasso, Oklahoma. Man in motion to the left now is Denver.
Fumble again.
Oh, fumble on the play.
And
Second one of the
Rams
ball
may have
game,
come
and
up
we've
with
got it.
It looked like Dwaylon Reed dove in on it. There was a fumble on the exchange, and Reed was right there. Referee's talking about it, and it's going to be the Ram football at the Moore Lion 3-yard line.
3-yard line.
Wow.
Second time this ball game, a Moore fumble has put Owasso in scoring position. First time it was on the first play of the ball game. So, we'll line them up here. Trey Goins is out in the quarterback position here, Steve, as
he'll run it.
Derek Overstreet will line up next. One-man split to the left. Direct snap and the wild ram to Goins up the middle. Touchdown Owasso. He tripped up over a Moore defender but stayed on his feet, got into the end zone, into the promised land he goes, and it's 13-0 with 8:02 left to go in this first quarter. They'll line up to kick the extra point here. Jake Adams is going to do the honors. So that is the second time that the Rams have recovered a fumble and scored a touchdown on the ensuing play. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up on the way and good. It is 14-0 with 8:02 left to go in this first quarter here at Owasso Stadium. This touchdown brought to you by Owasso First Assembly of God. Pastor Bruce McCarty and his congregation inviting you to attend in person or online this Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. You can access the live stream at owassofirst.com. Hang with us. More coming up. It is Owasso 14, the Moore Lions nothing. This is Ram football on 100.1 KYFM, presented by InsideOwasso.com.
Hey, Rambo, I've got something for you.
All right, Rambo, do you want this in your checking or your savings account? Hey, Rambo? Rambo! 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 Rambo!
14-0 our score. 8:02 left to go in this first quarter. Grant Merrill, Steve Mowry, Rob Williams along with you tonight. Kelly Ward on the sidelines. Ethan Van Meter is punching all the buttons on TV, and Michaela Washington is doing what she does in the booth here and hanging out with us tonight from the Owasso Sports Network. End over end kick is going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. They'll get it out to about the 25, and on the run there on the return is Leonardo Henderson, the 6'5", 205-pound junior wide receiver.
He ran into Gage Smith, a 6'1", 250-pound defensive lineman, and Gage won that battle.
Looks like the Moore Lions are coming off the field here as they're going to talk things over. Glad you're with us tonight here on 100.1 KYFM and on the Owasso Sports Network.
I don't know that they know the play clock's running down.
They may not.
Oh, they restarted the play clock. Okay.
They're on Central Oklahoma time down there.
Right.
Twins out to the right, one man to the left.
They're going to reset it again.
Okay. Out of the shotgun, it will be Denver Wolf, the talented quarterback for the young Moore Lions. Off that right hash mark, handoff to the first man through. He'll get up to about the 31-yard line. That is, again, going to be Trayvon Basinger on the carry.
Christian Ray, who was selected as the Defensive Player of the Week last week, in on the tackle. Good crew here tonight, Grant. Tonight's referee is Richard Dixon, and, of course, the umpire, a name familiar to us, Stuart Gallagher. The head linesman is James Brigance, line judge Scott Johnson, and the back judge is Kenny Stabler. No, not the Hall of Famer and former Oakland Raider.
The Snake.
This is a different one.
7:12 left to go here out of the shotgun, dropping back to throw. Up the right side is Denver Wolf. His pass falls incomplete as he was aiming there for Leonardo Henderson out at the 45-yard line.
And that'll be a mistake that the Rams will go back and look at. That was a hitch and go by Henderson, and Braxton Bickham bid on that, and a good throw on that play maybe scores a touchdown for the Moore Lions.
7:04 left to go in this first quarter of play. 14-0 our score. Twins out to the left, twins out to the right. Out of the shotgun, Denver Wolf. He'll take the snap here, dropping back, looking to throw. He'll gun it up the middle.
There
it's
it is.
intercepted. There's Gage Laney, the ball hawk. Back the other way to the 30. He goes, brought down at the 29-yard line. But, ladies and gentlemen, the Owasso Rams have the football on the third major turnover of this ball game, and they are into Moore Lion territory with 6:54 left to go in the first half. How about that?
Gage Laney with his 11th interception of the season. That's a school record here at Owasso, but he just continues to be in the right area and make plays.
I think that state record we looked up was somewhere around 16 maybe.
Yeah, he's still got a chance for the season.
Holy smokes. 6:54 left to play here. It's 14-0, and Owasso knocks on the door once again. Off the left hash mark, Austin Havens with Ronnie Thomas in motion to the right. Thomas takes the handoff, gets out to the 25-yard line, down to the 24 and no further. That's going to be a 5-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Rams.
Grant, we talked about it in the early going. You can hardly manage through turnovers in a ball game when you're outmanned, as Moore is against Owasso, but 3 turnovers in the first half, and the Rams have already scored 2 touchdowns off the previous 2 turnovers with another opportunity here.
2nd down and 7 now. I gave him a few more yards than the referees did. Off that right hash mark, man in motion to the left now is Thomas. Taking the snap is going to be Havens. Handoff to Overstreet, and he is nailed.
He did get hit.
At the 26-yard line.
He bounces back up, but that was a shot.
That was a bone-crushing hit if I've seen one tonight. 6 minutes and the clock rolling here. 14-0 as Owasso will line up on the right hash mark.
How about Gage Laney? He just continues to impress.
It's kind of turning into a celebrity with that old ball hawk nickname. I've seen him on social media, and
I should get a jersey for that.
Well, yeah, at least a royalty or something.
Yeah.
Maybe when he goes to the NFL. Back to pass Havens. He'll throw it right to Trey Goins. Goins at the 24-yard line, tripped up. It's about a 2-yard gain for the Rams, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think this is go-for-it territory here.
Why
We'll
not?
see. That's a long way to go. The offense is staying on the field as Keelan Carney comes into the ball game. Checking out will be Jackson Woods.
And once again, as the great philosopher Jerry Reed said, a long way to go and a short time to get there. So we'll see if they can do it on 4th down and 5 to go. Austin Havens, Derek Overstreet, and their core of receivers to the left side of the line, all looking at the sideline to get some final instructions here. Havens ready to take the snap. Here it is. He drops back to throw, looking. He'll gun it up the middle, connecting. Jeray Austin down at the 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Owasso. There he goes again. 20-0 our score. 4:40 left to go in this first quarter.
4th down and a touchdown for the Rams.
My goodness, they are on fire tonight. They have capitalized on every gift they've been given by virtue of a turnover, and they are just doing it to it tonight. The extra point attempt coming to try to make it a 21-0 ball game. Gage Laney, the ball holder, he'll take the snap here. The kick is up. It is through the uprights and good. It is 21-0 with 4:40 left to go in this first quarter. This touchdown brought to you by Owasso First Assembly of God, who is getting their money's worth tonight for sure. Pastor Bruce McCarty and his congregation inviting you to attend this Sunday, either in person or online at owassofirst.com. Again, 10:30 Sunday morning at Owasso First Assembly of God. Stay with us. We're back after this Owasso Coffee Company timeout. In 30 seconds, you're listening to Owasso Ram Football presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM.
Hi, this is Dr. Caleb Nunley. I am the team physician for the Owasso Rams. Go Rams!
I'm Destry Millsap.
And I'm Zach McGinty, and we are the athletic trainers for the Owasso Rams.
Here's some of the services that we provide in the Tulsa Bone and Joint Athletic Training Facility.
Mallory, Rob Williams, and Ethan Van Meter in the wholesale computer supply broadcast booth. Michaela Washington hanging out as well. Kelly Ward is roaming the sidelines, and we're glad you're with us in the audience here on the Owasso Sports Network and on 100.1 KYFM. Here's the kick. It is going to be fielded at the 20-yard line, and I think he had a foot on the sideline as Braden Clark was the return man for the Lions. A short return there, 4:38 left to play. And do we have an over-under yet on how long Moore can hold on to the football?
Well, I tell you what, the quarterback's been under a lot of duress tonight. The Rams really bringing pressure, and it's really just been from up front power rush. Jamerson and his teammates just putting a lot of pressure on this sophomore quarterback, and he's been hit hard a couple of times early, so I'm sure his eyes are sinking down to the lower level.
Denver Wolf with a man on each side of him, running back Marcus Dawkins to his right there in the tee, and now we've got a whistle blown and an official calling a penalty here on the Moore Lions.
Boy, they just really are just out of sorts right now. The Lions really struggling, down 21-0 here with 4:38 to go in the first quarter.
Everybody close in as Wolf gets ready to take the snap here. He does so, handing it off. Marcus Dawkins up the left side. Gets out to the 20-yard line, no further, and that is going to bring him back to the original line of scrimmage there. Well, I maybe gave him an extra yard. That'll bring up second down and 11 from the 19, Steve.
And Mod Triplett just doing a great job letting his linemen stand up, offensive lineman up front. Triplett scrapes across, fills the gap, and makes a great tackle.
4:08 left to play here. Twins out to the left side. Back to pass.
Screen.
It's going to be Wolf. He connects with an open receiver at the 25. He's on his feet at the 30, 35, 40. Up to the 42-yard line is Austin Gross for the Moore Lions, and he'll get a big first down out of that one as they move up the chains.
Really just ran a nice play that time, an easy throw for the sophomore quarterback from Moore. Denver Wolf. Rams had a couple of players that had an opportunity, not at the same time, but there were three linemen out front. Just a good play. What that'll do is maybe stop some of the Ram aggressiveness because they have really been firing off the football, putting pressure on this Lion offense.
First and 10 Moore Lions at their own 42. And
we'll call that a mix-up in the backfield.
Errors for the Moore Lion quarterback, Denver Wolf. He looked like he was going to try to hand it off, then he pulled the ball back, and then he fell to the ground. So.
Well, he took the snap, and his running back went to the right, and it looked like it was going to be some type of jet sweep, only the jet man was not coming across, and Wolf just stood there with the football out for someone to pick it up, and the Rams were all over that and swallowed that up.
3 minutes left to go here. 21-0 our score. Second down and 16 for the Moore Lions. Don't forget, next week we've got Putnam City here at our place.
We don't have to drive 200 miles
we
again?
We do not,
wow.
no.
That's nice.
And get 33 penalties called on us in the first quarter. So looks like we've got a timeout taken by somebody, and we'll take it with them. 2:44 left to play. Our score, the Owasso Rams 21, the Moore Lions nothing. Back after this Owasso Coffee Company timeout as you've got the Rams on 100.1 KYFM.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 What? It happens. So get all staked.
So Rams lead the Moore Lions 21-0. Just got a text from the Most High Reverend Bruce McCarty of Owasso First Assembly that reads, "Thanks for not charging us by the touchdown this year." So we may have to consider that next year.
Have to pass the offering plate twice.
Absolutely. Twins out to the right, one man split to the left. Denver Wolf ready to take that snap off the left hash mark. And now he'll hand off to the first man through, Basinger. He gets up to about the 38-yard line. That is going to be a gain of 2 on the play to bring up third down and about 14.
Looked like Christian Ray was in on the tackle once again. He has really developed into a nice defensive end player for Owasso. Also Michael Jamerson.
Twins out to the right, one man to the left. Wolf faking a handoff, guns it up the middle and connects with an open man. Fumble on the play. Who's got it?
Rams.
Looks like Owasso's going to have it here at midfield. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the 4th major turnover tonight for the Moore Lions. Oh, man.
That was Brandon Ramsey that came up with the football. It looked like Moore was going to have the first down, but as the tackle was made, as it was being made, the ball was stripped out by one of the Ram defenders, and that's the 4th turnover in the first half. Even if you're a good football team, that's going to be hard to overcome against anyone.
Maybe I should have sold that feature of the ball game tonight. 2:07 left to play here. 21-0 Rams with the football once again. Austin Havens is the quarterback, but it ends up being Cole Adams. He hands off to the first man through, and he'll get out to about the 49-yard line. On the run there, Derek Overstreet. Cole Adams coming out of the ball game now, and now he'll come back in. I think he's going to see Austin Havens moving back to quarterback, though. Thomas and Adams split to the left. Carney and Goen split to the right. Everybody's close in. Havens with a handoff around the left corner is going to be Derek Overstreet. He'll get over to the 45, down to the 40-yard line, and he should get a Duralast Roofing Specialist first down. If they're going to move up the chains, and he'll have it first and 10 at the Moore 40. 21-0 our score. Got a man coming off the field for Moore. I think they're going to hold things up for just a second. I see Stuart Gallagher talking things over with one of his colleagues there on the field.
Check that. The ball is spotted just short.
Oh, they're going to say it wasn't a first down after all. So,
okay.
Zach, I'm going to have to give you your money back over at Duralast, at least for a play or two.
Now you'll get to say it here again.
3rd down and 1. Handoff. Derek Overstreet up the middle. There he'll get his Duralast Roofing Specialist first down, and he'll get to the 32-yard line. Now they'll move up the chains.
This Ram offensive line is in complete control up front in this ball game. They are just blowing people out up front. And I think Moore is already getting tired. They'll go down to 4 down linemen now.
Twins to the right, Havens handing it off. Up the middle goes Emery Neely. He'll get down to about the 22.
Almost close enough for another first down. They're going to move the chains.
Rick Dossett and company getting their workout tonight, as it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 22-yard line of the Moore Lions. Another Duralast Roofing Specialist first down with 35 seconds left to play. Havens rolling out to the right this time. He'll sling it into the hands of an open receiver to the 10, down to the 7-yard line. On the run there is going to be Jackson Woods, the tight end.
That was a great play fake by Havens, and that drew everyone to the left as Havens went play action, rolled out to his right, and a wide open tight end.
Another Duralast Roofing Specialist first down. Sorry, Steve, as we've got a timeout on the field. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Actually, the end of the first quarter is upon us, so we put one in the books, and Owasso leads it 21-0 here at Owasso Stadium.
Hey, that's a ram. Hey Google, tell me about the Owasso ram.
The Owasso ram, also known as a bighorn sheep, is of the family Bovidae caprini and is commonly found at sporting events around Owasso.
Oh, this is so exciting. I love First Bank of Owasso. Here. I wonder what other animals they have around here.
Be back. It is a fresh new 12 minutes put on the clock for the second quarter of play, 21-0. The Owasso Rams leading. It is 1st and goal as Austin Havens on the keeper, runs up the middle, gets down to the 3-yard line, and that is where he stopped and stuffed, Steve.
Wow, he just got behind his big center that time, Dylan Gilbert, and just ran it down inside the 5. May just do it again.
11:39 left to play here. He's got Emory Neely behind him at running back. Havens ready to take the snap from the 3 here. Now he'll just hand off. Neely up the middle, dives forward, gets down to about the 1-yard line.
He was running downhill and actually, I think, lost his balance at the 1 and just kind of went head first into the ground before he was hit.
11-11 left to go in the first half. 21-0 our score. We promised you a stats update. We'll do that after the Rams do what they do here. Havens ready to take the snap again. Man in motion to the left this time. He'll do so. Neely up that middle into the end zone. Touchdown Owasso. It is now a 27-0 ball game as we've got 10:51 left to go in this first half.
Well, it's one of those games so far, Grant. Owasso's doing everything right and taking advantage of everything that Moore is doing wrong, and they have capitalized once again to extend their lead, the extra point pending.
So let's see what they can do right here. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is through the uprights and good. 28-0 our score, 10:51 left to go in the first half. This touchdown brought to you by Owasso First Assembly of God, where Pastor Bruce McCarty and his congregation invite you to attend services this weekend. 10:30 Sunday morning. You can attend in person or online at owassofirst.com. Stay with us. We're back after this Owasso Coffee Company timeout. This is Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM. 8-0 in favor of the Owasso Rams. 10:51 left to go as the Moore Lions will receive the football out of this break. Brent Merrill, Steve Mowry along with you tonight. Let's get a J & Company CPAs by the number stats update through a quarter and a scoring drive too.
Well, it's all Owasso Rams, 10 carries for 43 yards. Austin Havens 5 of 6 for 85 yards. The Ram with 128 yards there in that first quarter. More on the other side. They're balanced with 10 carries for 37 yards. Wolf is 2 of 5 for 34 yards and 71 total yards for Moore in the first quarter.
Kick is to the far side of the field. It is going to be picked up by Jason Shelnut, who gets it at about the 32-yard line. So that is where the Lions will have it 1st and 10. 10:49 left to go. First half action here.
That last touchdown drive by Owasso, again capitalizing off the turnover. 8 plays, 51 yards. Took 3 minutes and 16 seconds, and it was an Emery Neely 1-yard touchdown run as the Rams extend their lead to 28-0.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Moore Lions is 17 yards shy of midfield here. Man on each side of Denver Wolf. Everybody's close in. He's got a man split to the left, though. We'll see what he does here. Handoff. First man through is Dawkins out to the right side. He'll get to the 37-yard line, no further, so that is going to be about a 4-yard gain.
Braxton Bickham comes up and makes a nice tackle on Dawkins. Dawkins is 6'3", 175. He's a junior. Bickham is 6 foot 165. So a nice tackle out in the open field. If Moore's had any success here this evening, it's been running off tackle, those quick hits, and then they get into that secondary level.
2nd down and 6. Here's the handoff again. Dawkins out to the near side, gets down to the 42-yard line and almost to a first down.
Tackle made by Ahmad Triplett out there along with Dwaylon Reed. Also coming out from the interior line, that's going to be Gage Smith. Ram defense just does a fantastic job of running to the football. Speed makes up for some of the minor mistakes they might make.
3rd down and 3 to go here for the Moore Lions on their own 41-yard line. Everybody close in here as Denver Wolf gets ready to take the snap. He does so. Handoff again. Dawkins up the right side, gets to the 45. They'll get their first down and move up the chains.
And again, that's off right tackle where it seems like they've had the most success.
9:26 and the clock rolling here in this first half.
Well, I'm sure Coach Brad Hill knows that his team couldn't come out and make those kind of mistakes and stay in this ball game, but he is staying with the game plan and continues to run the football effectively off tackle.
Wolf with a man on each side of him. Basinger to his right. Dropping back to throw. He'll sling it up the right side, aiming for Leonardo Henderson. It goes over his head and falls incomplete.
Great defensive coverage out on the right corner by Braxton Bickham. He was in the hip pocket of the receiver all the way downfield.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll talk with Zach Duffield, Athletic Director of the Owasso School District, and also special guest Blake Collins, head coach of the Ram cross country team. They were supposed to run in Edmond tomorrow, but I think that got delayed due to the fact that Edmond is still a frozen tundra. Out of the gun, it was going to be Wolf. He'll hand off. Basinger up the left side, gets to the 47-yard line. No further. That'll be a 2-yard gain to bring up 3rd down and 8.
I've noticed more tonight, Grant, the Rams really trying to go for the football and get the strip. I was trying to see who was injured there. Braden Taylor was grabbing his right arm like he had maybe a hyperextended elbow. He's going to come off. But the Rams have really gone for the football here tonight, and I like that plan.
Twins out to each side of the line here. An empty field behind the quarterback, Denver Wolf. Man in motion to the right now. He'll take the handoff. Rolling out to the right side is Bryce Rush.
Oh, my goodness. The Rams are just so good following the football to the outside. I think it may have been Christian Ray that made the tackle, but the Ram defense does a great job of securing the edge. The runner thinks he's going to be able to get outside and get a big gain. All of a sudden, you just see red jerseys everywhere.
Now they'll kick it away here as Gage Laney goes back deep to receive. 7:46 now left in the first half. Here comes the kickoff. And it's blocked. Do the Owasso Rams have it?
Yeah,
yes, they do. Picked up, take it into the end zone.
Touchdown!
Oh, man. Touchdown to Owasso. Jeray Austin pouncing on that football, and he'll march right in.
I think it's Cole Adams.
No, Cole Adams had it.
Yeah.
Cole Adams will march right in to the end zone with Jeray Austin right there by his side. And just like that, another special teams play gone awry for the Moore Lions, and Owasso leads it 34-0. Holy smokes. What a night this has been for this Ram defense. It's going to be a interesting call tonight for the McDonald's player of the game.
Jake Adams to attempt the PAT.
The PAT attempt coming. And now it's a fake, rolling out to the right. Gage Laney at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone. Give him 2. He will march right in and make it a 36-0 ball game. 7:30 left to go in the first half. Steve is so speechless he took his headset off. So this
trying to iron out who did what where.
This touchdown, an extra 2 points, brought to you by it. Bruce, we're charging you an extra $1 for this one. Brought to you by First Assembly and their congregation, who invites you to attend services in person or online this Sunday morning at 10:30. Their website, owassofirst.com. That's Owasso First Assembly of God. Pastor Bruce McCarty, lead pastor. We will take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we will have the remaining 7 minutes and 30 seconds of this first half. You're listening to Ram Football.
On a punt through.
Errol, Steve Mowry along with you tonight. Rob Williams crunching the numbers. Ethan Van Meter making the video look good. Michaela Washington on the graphics tonight. Kelly Ward on the sidelines. Thank you for being with us tonight here on 100.1 KYFM. Steve already lining up contenders for the McDonald's player of the game. Speaking of McDonald's, got the news today.
Yeah.
Tim and Patty Rich
Yeah.
hanging up the fry hat. And they're going to ride off into retirement. So congratulations to them. Here's a short kick.
Yeah, we got
and a flag.
We got catch interference that time. Rams got there early before the kickoff catch was made. But yeah, you're exactly right, Grant. Just a wonderful couple, Tim and Patty. They've done so much. I think he's rebuilt the McDonald's on 76 twice, and always giving his employees an opportunity to move up, helping them with education. You and I took the tour for a 3-hour breakfast one morning. But
Tim made us try everything on the menu.
I was going to call in sick after that. But just one of those exceptional couples, business people. They've worked hard, and I'm excited for them. Great contributors to the community of Owasso in so many ways, and hope they enjoy their retirement. It is well-deserved.
Back to pass, Denver Wolf. He'll throw it up the left side, and Leonardo Henderson is met right there, front and center, by Brandon Ramsey.
I'll tell you what, the corners tonight for the Rams have done an outstanding job of making tackles out in the field. Even when the pass has been caught, there aren't many yards after catch when you've got Braxton Bickham and Brandon Ramsey in on the tackle.
Out of the shotgun, twins to each side. Back to throw, Denver Wolf rolling out to the right.
I mean, there's just nothing open downfield.
Scrambling, and down he'll go at the 40 or 39-yard line.
it was a good play call to buy some extra time for your quarterback, but I look downfield, and every white shirt has a red shirt right next to him, so there's just no one for Wolf to be able to get the football to.
You know, you were talking about Tim and Patty. You know, not only have they done things for the athletic programs, but, I mean, how many McTeacher nights have you seen them do to raise money for classrooms?
First responders.
They've contributed to not only Owasso, but Rejoice Christian and Collinsville and Claremore and everywhere they have stores, so they're going to be missed. I hope the new owners will let us try everything on the menu when we go on our next tour. Wolf, the quarterback, dropping back to throw, slings it up the middle of the field, picked off, intercepted, back the other way. Here come the Rams. Jake Adams to the 30, to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Owasso. And ladies and gentlemen, that's actually Jacob Clifton running into the end zone. It's a 15, not a 25, but regardless of who had it, it is a 42-0 lead for your Owasso Rams. Oh, man.
Everything going the Rams' way here tonight. I mean, that was almost quadruple coverage right over the middle. I think the Rams were fighting over who was going to get to intercept that one.
Now Jake Adams will get his time, and now he'll try to kick the extra point. See what he can do here. Ball holder is going to be Seth Hendricks. He'll take the snap, the kick. It is on the way through the uprights and good. 43-0 our score here. 6:19 left to go in the first half. We'll take it. Owasso Coffee Company timeout. Be back after this 30-second break. You're listening to Owasso Ram football on 100.1 KYF. In person or online this weekend. Visit them online at owassofirst.com, and with another J and Company by the number scoring drive. Mr. Mowry, what did that look like?
Well, I mean, it was really simple. Wolf goes back in the pocket, and he's, again, looking for a receiver, and the one he picked, which was right in the middle of the field, had 4 red shirts around him, and Jacob Clifton able to get the interception and returns it 68 yards for the touchdown. He had a group of blockers with him to escort him into the end zone. Kick is good. Rams now lead 43-0.
How many times have we had Jacob Clifton scoring a touchdown this year just because he primarily plays defense? What a run, what an interception, what a night these Rams have had, absconding with the more turnovers here. Here's the kickoff. It is kicked out of bounds. And a flag fly. Well, I told Michaela Washington that if it got to 50-0, she might get to do play-by-play in the second half. But she's declined for some reason. So anyway, I'm going to put a picture I took of Michaela on Twitter here in a minute. She's got this hat on that I think if we hooked up to the computer monitor, we could pick up Channel 8. So
I'm pretty sure no aliens are going to come in here. So.
No, not tonight. Have you got your Halloween costume yet?
Yeah.
Well, look, you're whipped, man.
No. It's more about Halloween candy with grandkids, okay?
Yes.
Tell me how that works. So,
man in motion to the right. Denver Wolf, the quarterback keeper, runs up the left side.
I wanted to go as a politician, but my wife said that'd be too scary, so I negated it.
That's true. Well,
especially in today's climate, that could be dangerous, too.
I figured that Ren and Case probably had requested that you dress up as something, so.
You know, if they did, I would, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was about to say, you're whipped, so those grandkids.
But the sugar high is coming up tomorrow night.
Oh, man. 2nd down and 7. Man in motion to the right. And on the keeper, Denver Wolf gets up to the 45, still on his feet at the 48, and that's where
Actually,
he gets
I think we
tripped
may
up.
have a new quarterback in there. That looks to be like Marcus Dawkins.
Marcus Dawkins is
right,
in.
You know, and I don't know for sure, Grant, if he is a backup quarterback.
He is on the depth chart as the backup.
He is. So, obviously, making a change going with Dawkins, I mean, what do you got to lose? He's a 6'3", 175-pound junior, and might as well try something.
5:50 left to go here. Twins to the left, one-man split to the right. And now a handoff. First man through, up that middle, goes to the 42-yard line.
Another good shot that time by Gage Smith. I'll tell you what, he's sticking his nose in people's business here tonight.
Well, you were talking about the candy. Lauren and Molly have already bought their fair share. I don't know how many Reese's Peanut Butter Cups were charged to my First Bank of Owasso debit card today, but it's a bunch, and I'm going to enjoy eating most of it, charging a candy tax.
Sure.
Dawkins, the quarterback, on the keeper, runs right. He'll get up to the 45, up to the 40, up to the 37. And that is where he'll be brought down. Another first down for the Moore Lions.
I think Dawkins gives more, some extra options in the running game. He's shifty, he's quick, and able to get to the outside, and the Lions just have not been effective in the passing game here tonight. In fact, I think they've completed 5 passes, and 2 have been to Owasso Rams.
4:45 left to go. Clock still rolling here in this first half. If you're just joining us, Owasso leading at 43-0. Twins out to the left. Dawkins back to throw. He'll sling it right side, and he'll sling it down to the 37. One thing about Dawkins, though, I mean, he is occasionally a running back and a wide receiver. I mean, you may see
athletic.
them keep it on the ground a little more.
Yeah, he seems to have more athleticism as far as his ability to shift and move out of the pocket, and actually that was a nice throw to the outside over on the right.
Second down and 7 now for the Moore Lions. Twins to the right, one-man split to the left. Man in motion to the left now, and taking that snap, Dawkins on the keeper, running right. He'll get down to the 25, 20, down to the 15, tripped up at the 13-yard line. Another first down for the Moore Lions as they're knocking on the door for the first time in this ballgame.
Well, and again, we see the running ability, as we just talked about, his athletic ability. Dawkins gets to the outside. If you don't secure the edge, he's got good speed to get down the sideline.
First and 10 from the 16. Twins to the right, one man to the left. Dawkins, the quarterback, handing off Basinger. He'll go up the middle, and he'll meet a wall of Owasso Ram defenders. One of them was
Brody Doris.
Brody Doris there.
Haven't seen Brendan Dye in the game here tonight, Grant, so Doris coming in his place, and he and Ahmad Triplett do a great job for the Rams at linebackers.
I got to tell you, without fail, every Friday night, Brody Doris' mom and dad, J.D. and Allison, first fans in the stands here at Owasso. 6:01, they have filled their seat. Twins out to each side, empty backfield behind Dawkins on the keeper. He'll run left to the 15.
Yeah,
man, there's Jacob Clifton, and he's going to say, no, sir. Bring him down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, not happening. I think I think Dawkins thought he was going to get to the outside, but not only did Jake make a great tackle, he had the perfect angle as well. Very well played that time.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now from the 15.
Defense not looking at the scoreboard right now. They want to keep the shutout going.
Absolutely. One man to the right, Twins to the left. Dawkins taking the snap here, rolling right this time, slinging it up the right side of the field. His pass falls incomplete.
Yeah.
He was aiming for Leonardo Henderson.
About 3 yards short for the one hopper.
And that'll bring up 2:07 left to go in this first half.
Yeah, they're making another change. Might be a different quarterback again, Grant. That looks like Bryce Rush No, they're going to send Dawkins back out into the game. I guess he just got to play off the sideline.
Dawkins will line up here with the man to his right, Basinger.
4th and 10, and why not go for it?
Out of the gun, Dawkins rolling this time, blitzed, and now he's going to try to do something, but he's brought down for about a 15 to 20-yard loss.
The Army commit Imad Triplett just blew that play up, fighting off the defender, chasing down Dawkins, and tackling him for about a 20-yard loss. Rams are going to take over at their own 32-yard line.
Well, if the Moore Lions have tried it tonight, it's had problems.
That is just relentless defense.
Yeah, the Owasso defense just too much for them to handle. 1st and 10 now for the Rams, their own 32-yard line. 2 minutes even left to go in this first half of play, and these Rams up 43-0 for scoring along at home. Handoff from Seth Hammer to the first man through. He'll get down to the 50, down to the 47-yard line. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Emery Neely on the run there for the Rams.
I think if he keeps his feet and gets to the outside, he probably scores, but he was looking to get hit and leaned forward and again went down to the ground. Got to work on his balance. Keep the top end over the hips and keep running.
Coming up at halftime, we will check in with Kelly Ward and Bill Blankenship for another Maori Funeral Service sideline report. Haven't divulged your tagline yet.
Called that yet?
From the 49, twins out to the left, one man to the right.
Oh, and tripped up by his quarterback.
Emery Neely.
Got tied up at the feet with Hammer in the backfield.
Well, he's entitled to one.
Sure.
And that'll bring up a 2-yard loss, 2nd down and 12. Minute 3 left to play here. Now these Rams looking over to the sideline to Seth Hammer, the backup quarterback. Now in the ball game as he'll bring out a play to his crew here. Off that right hash mark, Emery Neely has, he's got Deshaun Kennard behind him. Kennard taking a handoff, goes up the middle to the 45, down to the 43-yard line. And he is 4 yards shy of a Duralast Roofing Specialist first down, 27 seconds left to play here. 3rd down and 5.
I think the Rams will just let this clock run out and go into halftime leading 43-0.
Well, there you go. These Rams have done their job in the first half. How about that Ram defense? Just on top of it from the word go tonight. And it has been their ball game for the first 2 quarters. We have come to the Tulsa Bone and Joint halftime show. When we come back, Will Sterrett will take us up to an interview with Zach Duffield, our athletic director. Also talk to Blake Collins about this week's Ram cross-country meet. They go to the state meet in Edmond. It's been postponed to Wednesday, but we'll tell you about all the details when we come back here in just a few minutes. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football, presented by InsideOwasso.com. Our halftime score, 43-0. Back after this Owasso Coffee Company timeout. This is Ram Football on KYFM.
I'm just not sure what we're going to do with this new guy. He gets so excited about everything. He's jumping around, foghorns, throwing his hands up. I've got foghorns. You want some foghorn? I've got your foghorn. Oh, everybody loves the new guy. Everybody thinks he's the funny guy. What about me? What about me?
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
Hey, Rambo, I've got something for you.
Alright, Rambo, do you want this in your checking or your savings account? Hey, Rambo? Rambo! 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 Rambo!
Hi, this is Dr. Caleb Nunley. I am the team physician for the Owasso Rams. Go Rams!
I'm Destry Millsap.
And I'm Zach McGinty, and we are the athletic trainers for the Owasso Rams.
Here's some of the services that we provide in the Tulsa Bone and Joint Athletic Training Facility.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 What? It happens. So get all state. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Hey, that's a ram. Hey, Google, tell me about the Owasso ram.
The Owasso ram, also known as a bighorn sheep, is of the family Bovidae caprini and is commonly found at sporting events around Owasso.
Oh, this is so exciting. I love First Bank of Owasso. Here. I wonder what other animals they have around here.
I want to march. I want to act.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome drum majors J.C. Lansdowne, Jordan Corbett, Rebecca Holland, and Lily Rapane, and the Owasso High School Pride Owasso. The championship music continues here on Game Time. Your Rams are on Twitter. You can follow us at Owasso Athletics. Another winning song is coming up here on Game Time. It's a powerful combination. The Owasso Rams and Game Time.
the Mustang or the Moore Lions. I keep saying Mustang Broncos all week, but we're the Moore Lions tonight. Grant Merrill, Steve Mowry along with you. Rob Williams has been furiously crunching up the numbers from the first 2 quarters of play, and with another Jay and Company by the number stats update here, Steve.
Well, Grant, you look at these numbers and they're not as dominating as you would think when you look at the scoreboard, but that's because the defense has been scoring and setting up the offense with short fields, so there hadn't been a lot of room for the Rams to stack up some yardage. As you look at the first downs in the game, the Rams have 5 first downs and Moore has 6. Rams with 79 rushing yards on 17 carries. Moore on the other side, 77 yards on 24 carries. 9 of their runs have been for 0 yards or negative yardage. Passing yardage for Owasso, 5 of 6 in the passing game for 85 yards. No interceptions. On the other side, 4 of 10 by Moore quarterbacks. 2 interceptions, and both of those resulted in touchdowns for the Owasso Rams. So total yardage here in the first half, 164 yards for Owasso, 120 for Moore. That's the number that you look at and go, wow, that doesn't seem like much, and that's because the defense has been on the field. But when the Rams are on the field, they're averaging 7.1 yards per play to 3.5 for the Moore Lions. The Rams have 2 interceptions in the ball game, as we mentioned. They've also recovered 3 fumbles. They got a blocked punt. Moore is 1 of 7 on third down. They have been on the field more with time of possession, 14 minutes and 32 seconds to Owasso's 9 minutes and 18 seconds. But when you score 2 defensive touchdowns, you got to bring your defense right back out on the field. So that is kind of an explanation for that disparity. Moore 0 for 2 on fourth down, and the Rams converted their only fourth down in the ball game. Looking at the individual numbers in the rushing game for Moore, Basinger has 8 carries for 53 yards as he leads the Lions. Dawkins, who came in at quarterback, has 11 rushes for 38 yards, and Wolf, who was in earlier, started as quarterback, 5 carries for negative 14 yards. In the passing game, Wolf is 3 of 8 with 2 interceptions for 40 yards. Dawkins has completed 1 of 2 passes for 3 yards. And in the receiving core for Moore, Henderson with 3 receptions for 20 yards and Gross with 1 reception for 23 yards. The Ram defense dominating all over tonight. Offensively for Owasso, it's Neely tonight who leads the Rams in rushing. He has 6 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown. Trey Goins getting in the action both rushing and in the passing game, as he has 1 carry for 3 yards and a touchdown. Also 1 reception for 36 yards and a touchdown. Overstreet has 6 carries for 18 yards. In the passing game, Carney has a reception for 9 yards. Woods has 1 reception for 14 yards. And Austin Jeray has 1 reception for 24 yards and a touchdown. So the Rams spreading the love out all over the field. Another key point is, I know Coach Hill for Moore didn't want to come out, and I'm sure in his game he did not want to or knew that his team didn't need to make mistakes, and they really just blitzed themselves in the first quarter. But Owasso, their average starting field position has been at the 32-yard line of Moore. And so that's not even half a field, that's a third of a field, and Moore has started at their own 31. But, as talented as the Rams are, and as Moore needed things to go right in their game, you just can't turn the ball over and give the Rams a short field like that, because they're going to be hard to stop against any ball club. And really, that's kind of the story of the first half as we get ready for third quarter action here in a moment. It's all Owasso, 43-0 here in this district contest.
All right, we'll take another 30-second timeout. When we come back, kickoff for the third quarter of play as Owasso leads Moore 43-0. This concludes the Tulsa Bone and Joint halftime show. As you're listening to Owasso Ram football on 100.1 KYFM. couple of fine sponsors to thank, as of course we couldn't do it without them, as we want to send a shout out to Eats to Go. They are, of course, a new delivery service here in Owasso. You can download their app for delivery for $5 off a $25 or more order. You could use the code LOVEOwasso, hiring drivers as well. Contact Eats to Go here at Owasso. Find supporter of the Owasso Rams. And Steve, if you're more, you're trying to get on the scoreboard tonight, but this Owasso defense would love nothing more than a shutout.
Yeah, and you got to think unless Moore can get something going, that it's probably going to go to the 2s and 3s here in the third and fourth quarter. If you're Coach Brad Hill, I think you just want to try to get your team some confidence, get them some momentum, and get things just get things in a positive manner, make some positive plays. We saw them do a better job of rushing when they put Dawkins in at quarterback, but they're just looking for some answers and trying to iron out some wrinkles. The big thing is ball security for them, but part of the problem is this Ram defense, they are going for the football. They are stripping the football. They are doing everything right defensively. They're in the right place. And, I can't tell if they're making mistakes, but if they are, the speed makes up for that. So we'll see what goes on here in the second half. But unfortunately for Moore, they have to kick off here to start the second half. Looking at some other scores around the state, Grant Broken Arrow, who fell to Edmond Santa Fe last week, the Tigers lead Norman 35-0. Jinx leading Edmond Memorial 41-0. Edmond Santa Fe, that's kind of a team from the west side that you've got to pay attention to. They lead Enid 34-14, and Union, as we've mentioned, I've said all along, keep an eye on the Redskins because they're starting to figure some things out. They are up 35-0 over the SaberCats of Southmore. So some interesting scores from the west side here tonight.
Well, I know that we did have at least one game bounce back to tomorrow between Putnam City and Mustang, our next week's opponent. And then I believe that Norman North and Edmond North got called off tonight. They have not reported a score on Scoredor, and I thought I saw some Twitter talk to that level. So we're going to watch as the Moore Lions kick it off to the Owasso Rams. End-over-end kick. It's going to be bouncing at about the 30-yard line, and they're going to have to pounce on it at the 31. That is where the Owasso Rams will have it 1st and 10 as they move left to right on the radio dial.
Our friends to the north, Collinsville Cardinals, ranked number 3 in Class 5A, lead the Pryor Tigers 35-16. And I know another big ball game tonight was going to be the Coweta Tigers at Bishop Kelly.
Yeah.
And right now the Comets lead Coweta 27-21 in the third quarter. So some good football games in the area going on here this evening.
Verdigris is at Holland Hall tonight. That was supposed to be another good one as well.
We got a score on that?
Seth Hammer handing off to the first person through, and he can't go anywhere. I don't have a score on that as of yet. Sure we'll find one with the Scoredor app here in a few minutes.
Another area score, Cleveland leading Oologah 28-21.
Baker Mayfield in at quarterback for Cleveland.
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm just kidding. 2nd down and 12 now. Twins out to the left, one man to the right. Seth Hammer ready to take it out of the gun with Overholt in motion to the right. Hammer on the keeper instead. Runs up that left side, gets to the 31, 32 maybe.
Well, I got your update from Holland Hall.
What is it?
Well, it looks like the Dutch lead Verdigris 52-0.
Oh, my Lord.
In the third quarter. Now, I'll be honest, I thought they would win, but I certainly didn't see that coming. But
Verdigris is undefeated, aren't they?
They are, but they won't be after this.
Good
so is
night.
Holland Hall. And Owen Ostrowski, as you mentioned, had just recently gotten an offer from the University of Tulsa. He leads that Dutch defense, and there haven't been many points allowed by Holland Hall, and looks like that will continue this evening.
Hammer off the left hash mark. By the way, Golden Hurricane trailing 7-3 behind East Carolina at last report. Handoff, first man through is going to get up to about the 36-yard line. And Justice Thompson is the ball carrier for the Rams, who bring up 4th down and about 6.
3-yard pick on the play, credit number 24, Jacob Legger.
So that is going to bring Jake Adams out onto the field to kick it away for the Owasso Rams. I'll send a man back to about the 30.
Oh, it's over his
yard
head.
line. It's over his head.
He's
going
got
to go
time.
pounce on it.
He's got time. Punt
He's
it.
Run with it, and he's going to be dragged down at the 20-yard line.
Thought he had a chance to get the punt off. He eluded one more Lion defender, and I thought he had a moment, but that might have just been some youth. We're going to see a lot of new ball players come in for Owasso here in this second half. So we'll try to get some names mentioned here if we can. Coming in at that right defensive end is going to be Seth Sherman. 2 new linebackers in as well. Aiden Lewis.
Now the quarterback for Moore, a new one as well, down to the 19-yard line he goes. And on the run there is Dylan Brayton, a senior.
He got rolled up that time. Braden Taylor. He's been in the game here some this evening. The other linebacker in for Owasso is going to be Nathan Deathridge. He's had some playing time here this season as well.
2nd down and 8 here.
Left defensive tackle is going to be Cameron Rackers. He's a sophomore for the Rams.
Brayton, the quarterback, taking it out of the gun. His predecessor, Dawkins, split to the left. Brayton will throw it right, connecting with an open man at the 9-yard line. Brought down is Austin Gross, the ball carrier, and that's a first down for the Moore Lions. 9:04 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Owasso leading at 43-0. If you're just joining us. Top of the hour, this is KYFM Bartlesville. KYFM HD1 Bartlesville, your home for the Owasso Rams. Twins to the right, one man to the left. Man in motion to the left as well. Handoff up the right side. Basinger to the 5, down into the end zone for a Moore Lion touchdown, and they'll score their first 6 points of the night. 8:58 left to play here. And it won't be a shutout for the Rams, but Moore trying to at least narrow this deficit and stop the bleeding a little bit. Extra point being attempted by the Lions here. Doing the honors, Ivan Cardenas. So another
shorter
player.
man on the field for Moore.
Yeah. Kai Campbell.
That's kind of the night it's been for the Lions.
Comes out.
Going to be a long bus ride, and they had another man come out. They're down to 5 seconds on the play clock.
Here's the hold, the kick. It's up through the uprights and good. It is now 43-7 in favor of the Owasso Rams. 8:58 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll take an Owasso Coffee Company timeout. Back in 30 seconds. This is Ram Football presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM.
I'm just not sure what we're going to do with this new guy. He gets so excited about everything. He's jumping around, foghorns, throwing his hands up. I've got foghorns. You want some foghorn? I've got your foghorn. Oh. Everybody loves the new guy. Everybody thinks he's the funny guy. What about me? What about me?
Here in beautiful Owasso, Oklahoma, 8:58 left to go in this 3rd quarter. The Rams lead at 43-7 over the Moore Lions. Moore getting on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. I'm Grant Merrill. He is Steve Mowry. Rob Williams is crunching the numbers tonight. Ethan Van Meter is handling the video stream. Michaela Washington handling the graphics tonight. Kelly Ward roaming the sidelines as well. Kickoff coming from the Moore Lions as they kick it off after a touchdown for the first time tonight. Cardenas, the kicker. It's end over end. It'll be fielded at the 25-yard line.
And tackled right at about the 26.
Return man, Evan Atkinson, with nowhere to go. for the Owasso Rams. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line.
So a moment for a break in the action. Grant, let me send an early happy birthday wish to Chelsea Chavez, one of our teachers here in Owasso at Hodson Elementary. She'll be 23.
23.
Or
something
like that. Yeah. So
right.
want to wish her a happy birthday. And her husband, Omar Chavez, now coaching girls soccer here at Owasso. And so I'm sure Omar's going to go out and get something real expensive for his lovely wife. So happy birthday.
Hammer with the handoff to Sean Kennard, the running back. He'll get up to the 32-yard line. So you haven't put the pressure on as of yet.
No, but I know she can cook, and I really like her cookies. So I thought I might get a favor back if I said that.
All right.
She makes great
yourself.
cookies.
2nd down and 5 now for the Owasso Rams.
Somebody said, "What's your favorite?" And I go, "Whatever she makes."
Out of the shotgun, Seth Hammer. He'll hand off. First man throughs up the middle. And he'll get brought down at about the 34-yard line. That is on the run, Luke Harris, the sophomore.
Going to see a lot of youngsters, the future of Owasso football, which, by the way, is very bright. I'm just going to tell you, we got some young players. We got some 9th graders, and I hear the 8th graders got some horses as well. So the future of Owasso Ram football, very bright.
3rd down and 3.
Hopefully they'll be tacking more numbers on the press box the next few years.
Man in motion to the right now, taking the handoff, or actually on the keeper, up the middle.
Hammer got hammered that time.
Hammer will get to the 36 and no further yards gain. A man who was once in contention to be the mayor of Spiro, Oklahoma, Paul Croft, has joined us in the box tonight. How you doing, buddy?
Man, he's a Cubs fan.
Well, he's the 2nd most famous person to come out of Spiro behind Bill Blankenship.
That is true.
4th down and 1 to go. Twins out to the right, 1 man to the left. They're going to try to keep it here, and I don't think they get it. Or do they?
I think we're short.
Eagle Eye's nodding. He says yes.
They're saying move the chains.
And that's another Duralast Roofing Specialist 1st down.
Well, I hate to say it while he's here, but outside of being a Cubs fan, Coach Croft is a pretty good coach, and he was very instrumental in Owasso winning that state championship in 2017, and chip brought to this staff and this community changed the culture of Owasso football.
Absolutely. Handoff, first man through, down to the line of scrimmage, no further. So now Coach Croft is the safety and transportation director for the district. So safety and security, I'm sorry. Well,
I do feel safe.
Well, till Mowry gets to going pretty hot and heavy, I do. But
I may need you to walk me to my car. It's been a couple of times I was worried.
2nd down and 9 here. Twins to the left and 1 man to the right.
Oh, nice tackle.
A nice tackle as the handoff was to Tyler Overholt, and out of nowhere, Blake Jacques ended up knocking his feet out.
Yeah, he just burst through the left side untouched and did kind of the shoulder tackle at the knees, and just a really nice job.
3rd down and 14.
I'll tell you, more needs something positive out of this ball game tonight, because it has been all Owasso Rams.
Seth Hammer off the right hash mark, looking to the sideline once again, and he's got 1 man behind him. That's Khalik Boatwright. Here's the handoff. Up the left side, actually Justice Thompson on the run there. He'll get up to about the 33, no further. And that'll bring up 4th down, and Owasso ready to punt it away here. Farlow on the stop there for the Moore Lions. 4:41 left to play here. 4th down and 14. You know, the problem with Paul Croft not being on the sidelines anymore is that, you know, he was supposed to be our Santa Claus for the Santa show that Inside Owasso is doing on the CW on December 19th, and he's not growing his beard this year. So it's, oh, you do have it. It was under the mask, so. Okay, he is growing the beard. If you could just keep that till about December 2nd or so, I may have an assignment for you. Here comes the kickoff after a penalty here, the punt. End over end, it is going to bounce out of bounds there. And
did we make it for a first down? Yeah, looks like. Yeah, it worked out good. It looks like we're going to. Moore's going to take. Well, not as good as I thought. The referee keeps walking up the sideline. Got to give him the whoa sign. So we punted for a 3-yard advantage there.
Now they'll take it out to the 50. First down and 10 now for the.
There it is. Finally, we get to hear.
Lines.
I didn't know how long we were going to go without hearing Michael Jackson's Thriller tonight. Now the night's complete.
Twins out to the left side. One man split to the right. Handoff. First man through. Gets down to the 47-yard line on the carry there. That Trayvon Basinger, and we've got a flag on the play.
We got a procedure call against Moore. Oh, we're going to have holding. That'll back them up even further.
Over under on when we hear the monster mash at some point.
Well, no, Thriller's in fact, we didn't get the dance tonight. We didn't get the Michael Jackson with the Palm Squad dance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
43-7 if you're just joining us. 4:03 left to play here. Wonder if Michaela Washington could come up with a Halloween graphic or something that could
maybe do the moonwalk.
Moonwalk across the screen. Did you figure that out? She says no.
Short screen.
There we go. Here
Look at the Rams come up and cover that. That's Basinger, the starting running back, and he is just chased down by Chad Herbert.
Took it out to the 44-yard line where that'll be 3rd down for the Moore Lions.
And again, Grant, that sideline to sideline speed, I'm not sure that they were in the perfect position to be, but speed makes up for any misread or step, and very quickly and very sure on the tackle that time. It's fun to see these youngsters get in and make plays like that.
Brayton off the left hash mark for the Moore Lions. Twins to the right, one man to the left. He'll take the snap here. Brayton with a handoff. Oh, actually, he fakes a handoff and throws right. It's almost picked off, and now the ball's caught. They'll run it out of bounds at the 49-yard line as Marcus Dawkins makes the catch there.
Khalid Boatwright had it read perfectly, and he has a pick 6 if he gets the pick, and it just goes just through his hands into the hands of the receiver.
3rd down and 3. Hello to one-time legend Brian Montanati listening in tonight. Still a legend in Huntsville, Arkansas, by the way. 3rd down and 12 here. Man in motion to the left now. Handoff, first man out around the left corner. He'll get out to the 46-yard line.
Another
Braden
tackle.
Clark there on the run.
Chance Millgate in on the tackle.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Moore Lions.
I'll tell you what's really nice about this, Grant, is a lot of times, you know, in a game, the disparity in the score is these guys that come in that maybe don't get a lot of playing time or their names mentioned, they're playing with some energy out here tonight. I mean, they are flying to the football.
4th down and 6 now. And they're going to go for it here. Twins to the right, one man to the left. The quarterback, Dylan Brayton, taking it off the left hash mark, spinning to the right, throwing to the right. Nobody there to get it. It falls incomplete, and the Moore Lions will go 3 and out here. Owasso taking over, 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Really like the energy of these guys coming in on defense. And really outside of the punt getting away from us and giving Moore a chance at the Ram 20-yard line, this defense hasn't let up any.
Seth Hammer is meeting with Bill Blankenship and his coaching staff here, and they'll put the players out onto the field here. Twins to the right, one man split to the left. Hammer off the right hash mark, lining up in the gun, and got a referee whistling and stopping the action. Maybe a TV timeout or something, I don't know. Minute 34 left to go here. Man in motion to the left, that's over. Holt, Hammer dropping back to throw, slings it up the right side of the field, and it was intercepted by the Moore Lions, and that was Brendan Sanders, I'm sorry. Picked off, and now Moore will take over. That's the first time Owasso's let loose of the football tonight. Well, we can't win all of the plays, but we've won most of them tonight.
Tonight's been a great night.
Minute 26 left to play. 43-7. Our score. Brian Montanati texting into the broadcast. I've seen him several times in the coach's office this week, but he was too busy planning out his basketball season to visit, so we'll catch him next time.
Looking forward to that.
On the keeper, rolling out to the left. Here come the Moore Lions. Denver Wolf back in, the starting quarterback, as he'll bring up 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard gain. Well, maybe a 4-yard, 5-yard gain there. They'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Yeah, Brian Montanati and Ricky Peeker were busy planning when I put my head in there earlier this week. They're working hard to get things going. Toby Nightingale, our new girls coach, we're going to have to meet her soon, and looking forward to seeing what her teams bring to the field. Denver Wolf on the keeper, rolls to the right. He'll get up to the 31-yard line, and that's a 1st down for the Moore Lions as they'll move up the chains with 37 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Clock continuing to roll here.
I'll tell you what, Owasso athletics right now are just a lot of fun to be around and watch.
Man.
The basketball team, both sides, opportunity to really do some good things.
Back to throw. Wolf, he'll sling it up the middle.
Whoops.
It's caught, running for it, out to the 49-yard line. It's going to be Braden Clark. He'll get another 1st down for the Lions. And that stops the clock with 6 seconds left. But you're right, it is an awesome time to be a Ram. Anytime's an awesome time to be a Ram.
That's
but
for
this
sure.
has been a lot of fun here. That's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. 3 of them in the books and 1 more to go here as we come to the end of 3. Our score, the Owasso Rams 43 and the Moore Lions 7. We'll take an Owasso Coffee Company timeout. Be back in 1 minute. This is Ram Football on KYFM.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
who that did, because
to the right, ready to take the snap off the left hash mark. Handoff, first man throughs down to the 15-yard line, down to the 14, and that's where Marcus Dawkins is tackled. He's the ball carrier on that play.
Yeah, actually came out of the slot position on the left side that time, so he's kind of been the Swiss Army knife here this evening. They've just moved him around in 3 or 4 different positions, and really you can just see he's very athletic and effective. I believe I'd be getting him the ball a lot more.
Man in motion to the left, handoff from Wolf. They'll get it into the hands of Sandoval again. He'll get down to the 13-yard line.
Gets rolled up that time.
We'd have a better chance picking the playoffs of just blindfolding ourselves and trying to put a pin on the map than I think we would being able to actually pick it out with the current postseason rules, because I don't think anybody knows.
This Aiden Lewis is a good-looking linebacker for the Rams.
Denver Wolf with Sandoval behind him once again, twins to the left. Leonardo Henderson split to the right. Wolf ready to take the snap here. He does so. Faking a handoff, he'll throw it left. It's to an open receiver down near the 10-yard line.
Slammed
he
to
is
the ground.
dragged down by the jersey. Braden Clark on the run there, and he'll get his first down. It'll be 1st and goal now for the Moore Lions.
I think that was Khalik Boatwright in on the tackle again. So
first and goal from the 10-yard line. Back under center, Denver Wolf. Handoff, first man through. Sandoval down to the 6-yard line, no further.
Chopped down there by Elijah Velasquez. Again, you know, this Ram defense, you can just see the urgency and the energy here. The Rams are up 43-7 as we approach the 8-minute mark left in the game, but I still like the heart that these guys are playing with.
Back under center, Wolf rolling forward. He'll get down to about the 2-yard line. Sandoval, the ball carrier, as he got about a 6-yard gain there, and that'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 3.
Rackers, the sophomore, in on the tackle. He's a 5'11", 275-pound tackle.
Wolf ready to take the snap here. Sandoval behind him.
Crash the line.
Handoff, Sandoval up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Moore Lions. So that'll put the Moore Lions into the double digits. 43-13 our score now. 7:23 left to go in this one. They'll try for the extra point right here. Trying the extra point is going to be Ivan Cardenas, who was successful last time around. Here's the hold, and now it's a fake. They're going to roll out to the right. They'll go to the 4-yard line, and they'll be tackled. On the run there is going to be Dylan Brayton.
And he's going to be chopped down by Chance Milgate.
Milgate came out of nowhere, knocked his feet out from under him, and it'll stay 43-13 with 7:23 left to play in this one. Take a 30-second break and be back right after this. You're listening to Owasso Ram football on 100.1 KYFM.
Punting, honor, punt through.
our score with a Matt J. and Company CPA by the number scoring drive. Here's Steve.
Well, that was a pretty effective drive that time as Moore puts together 12 plays and covers 81 yards. They run 6 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock before Sandoval bursts into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown run, but Moore tries the 2-point conversion, and Chance Milgate cuts that down. So the Rams now lead 43-13 with 7:23 to go here in our ball game.
End over end kick is going to be fair caught near the 27-yard line. Making the catch there for Owasso is Aiden Day. Not sure who was running the music here, but I think they found an Irish step dancing album a moment ago. So it's what you have to dust off when you're up 43-13. So 7:23 left to play here, Steve.
Well, let's see if the Rams can't get something going on offense. Again, we got a lot of new guys in the game, but no matter what the play call is, you want to try to execute it effectively.
Seth Hammer with Deshaun Kennard behind him, twins to the left, as now the handoff, Kennard up the middle, busts up to about the 32-yard line, and that will be a gain of 4 on the play to bring up second down at 6.
And if Kennard can just get a little bit of daylight, he can take it to the house. He has tremendous speed.
7:03, clock rolling here. Rams up by 30 points, 43-13. Twins to the left, one man to the right. Hammer faking a handoff, throwing left. He'll connect with an open man at the 39-yard line.
Tyler Overholt, the receiver, 5'9", 125-pound sophomore.
That'll bring up third down.
Kind of has that Cole Beasley, Julian Edelman kind of look.
Twins out to the right, one man to the left. Hammer taking the snap here. Handing off again to Sean Kennard. Back down to the 40-yard line. And that'll be another Duralast Roofing Specialist first down as they'll get the gain of 5.
Looked like they were going to have him cut short of the first down, but he was able to spin and into a defender. Just force his way with second effort for the first down. That'll move the chains for the Rams.
To the 40-yard line they go. 6:02 left to play here. Glad you're with us tonight here on 100.1 KYFM. Don't forget we'll be picking a McDonald's player of the game and all of your post-game stats coming up here in the next few. Deshaun Kennard stopped and stuffed just shy of the 40-yard line. And that's for a loss to bring up second down and 12. 5:33 left to play here. Let's see what these Rams can do here. Next week, Putnam City North will be in town.
Hard to believe we're already going to be at week 10.
Yeah. Hammer faking a handoff, throws across the flat, connects with an open man at the 42-yard line. And on the run there was big number 32 for the Owasso Rams. Is that Cody Chase?
Actually, I think that's Larrett Brown. I think that was 82.
Okay. 82. Yep, you're absolutely right. That was an 82 and not a 32, so we'll line it back up here on third down and 8. And I'll make an appointment to get my eyes checked on Monday. Hammer with Kennard next to him in the gun here. He'll take it off the right hash mark. And the whistles blow. I think we
play clock ran out.
Have the play clock running out, so we'll have a brief pause in the action while they take a timeout. Owasso calling the timeout here with 4:27 left to play. Be back after this Owasso Coffee Company break in 1 minute. You're listening to Owasso Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM. interception as the Owasso Rams will turn it over, and the Moore Lions will have it at their own 44-yard line. Short break. Apologize that the commercial ran a little long there, but Hammer throwing that interception, and that'll bring up first 10 now for the Moore Lions. I think that's Hammer's second interception of the night. Wins out to the right, one man to the left. Braitland is the quarterback. He'll hand off to the first man through, down to the 45 he goes, and that'll be a 1-yard gain to bring up second down and 9. 3:53, clock rolling here. 43-13 our score if you're just joining. Dylan Brayton, the quarterback for Moore. Hands off. Rolling out to the right.
Nice.
Here come the Lions as they'll get it down to the 47-yard line. Connor Guerrero, the ball carrier. Name we haven't called as of yet. He'll get his Lions a 1-yard gain on that play, and that'll bring up third down and 7.
Aiden Lewis again on the tackle. I really like the way he's played here this evening here in this second half.
On 3rd and 7, here are the Lions. Out of the gun, twins to the right, one man to the left, man in motion to the left as well. Handoff up the right side goes Guerrero. He'll make it to the 42-yard line. No further. He's a yard shy, or a 47-yard line and no further. No, he's a yard shy of a first down. Jake Adams leading the charge there on the stop, and that'll bring up 4th down and 1. Just inches to go here.
Elisha Malvo now in the game for Owasso. Going to spread this out is Moore.
Brayton takes the snap on the keeper. He'll run forward.
I'm not sure he got it. He may have even fumbled the football. He's short of the line to gain. Let's see, and they're going to say move the chains. Wow. They had him spun around for just a moment, but he was able to kind of back into the first down, if you will. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Rams' 45-yard line. Down to about 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
A few scoring updates. Skiatook beats Miami tonight, 42-0. Miami still winless on the season. 1st down and 10. And a bobbled snap there as Brayton picks it up, runs with it, tries to run forward, and he is brought down by an Owasso defender.
I believe that was the previous mentioned Elisha Malvo in on the tackle, a 5'10", 210-pound sophomore at linebacker.
That'll bring up 2nd and 15 now for the Moore Lions.
You know, I just really can't stress enough how the Rams pursue the football. Any time, even on a broken play like that where it looked like the quarterback might be able to get out of it for a moment, he spins and turns. There's 4 more red shirts in the area. The Rams just do a great job of pursuing the football.
2nd down and 15. Back to throw. Here is Brayton. He'll connect with his open receiver. Down to the 48 goes Bryce Rush. And that'll bring up 4th down here. 4th and 2.
Flag on the play.
And yes, the yellow laundry has flown here, Mr. Mowry.
I think that, yeah, I was going to say, I think that was a sideline warning, and Rob confirms that. And Moore may just try to run one more play and call that a night here in Owasso.
Well, we've got 40 seconds left to play. We'll see what they do here. Man in motion to the right. He'll take the handoff. That is Russ. He'll get down to the 46-yard line, and I think that's all she wrote for the Moore Lions tonight.
Yeah, they're good enough to call that and go home. So
another big win in Week 9 here, 43-13. The Owasso Rams moving to 9-0 with a big victory over the Moore Lions tonight. When we come back, it is our First United Bank Mortgage Group Ram recap. We'll name a McDonald's player of the game, and we'll break down the stats for you as well. Stay with us. This is Ram Football
on 100.1 KYFM.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join the pride of Owasso, your Owasso Rams, your victorious Owasso Rams, the playing and singing of our alma mater.
And those kind of mistakes, you've got to take advantage of them. And for the most part, the Rams put this game away in the first quarter into the second quarter, and it was primarily mostly backups in that second half. So a great job tonight. Ram defense really set the tone, but, you know, a short field with this Ram offense, who is explosive, turned into a big game, a big district game, a win for the Rams as we get ready to close out the season next week and then see how the playoff picture is going to shape up.
Well, the Rams are going to host. They're 9-0. There's nobody even close record-wise. They, of course, clinched the district championship at Mustang last week. And so, really, if we keep winning, barring any surprises in the playoffs, I mean, we have the opportunity to host the next 3 weeks after tonight.
Well, the third week will be a semifinal at a neutral field. But you never know with the OSSAA either, Grant.
Aren't they they're adding a play-in game, though.
Right.
So,
right.
Okay.
So,
there.
But you're right. We could do at least 2 home games. I mean, I just don't know if with everybody opting in, opting out, and it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up, and also with cross-districting as well. So it'll be interesting.
All right. Well, we will check in with Kelly Ward here in a few moments down on the sideline for another Maori Funeral Service sideline update. And let's go ahead, I guess, and just shift things around as Kelly's still tracking down Coach B. Let's go ahead and get our Jay and we'll do our scoring drive, and then we'll get our Jay and Company by the number stats update. Rob is still furiously calculating results, and we don't want to put any pressure on him. So
we'll give him an opportunity to finish that. But to continue your point, Grant, it's going to be interesting to see how this playoff situation finishes out. As you mentioned, the Rams are going to win their district, and still some football left to be played in the other district. Key in that district is Jinx and Edmond Santa Fe are not going to play, and that looks like that's going to be the 1 and 2 team in that district. So that really it comes down to the point system, and that could get fun to say the least. So we'll see how that plays out.
All right, let's go down to Kelly. He's got Bill Blankenship with him.
Coach, every season we see a lot of highs and lows throughout the year. Just an observation from myself and probably a few others that we started off the season with Fayetteville, Broken Arrow, Union, teams that are traditionally tough to play, tough places to play, and big games. Quite often when we go to teams where they're maybe not as good, kind of like Moore tonight, teams you see sometimes they play down. But with us having such a difficult season at the beginning, hard places to play and opponents that were a challenge, we then come to a game like this at Moore tonight, and we don't play down to their level. We play up like the Rams are expected to play.
I was so proud of the way we started that game and actually ran through the whole first half. There is a standard, Kelly, and that's just, we want to live up to it. We don't want to play down to anybody. And we think if you're representing folks as the number 1 team in the state, then really you ought to give them your best every time they show up. And I was really, really proud. We did get a lot of guys in the game. Didn't play as sharp with them as we should have, but boy, I couldn't ask any more from our first unit.
Absolutely. What do we got ahead of us?
Well, we got Putnam City, PCO as they call it, the original. They'll come in next week, and that'll be our final regular season game. We get to be at home. That's a senior night, festivities. So it'll be a good time for folks to come out and really give us a chance to finish things up right on senior night.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
All right, Kelly Ward with Bill Blankenship for another Mowry Funeral Service sideline update. So, speaking of Mr. Mowry, now you've got your stats in order for another Jay and Company by the Numbers stats update.
Yeah, and Moore did a lot of catching up on the ground game here in the second half, and so this kind of throws the balance of numbers back into their favor. But the Rams already had the game for the most part put out of reach, and as Coach Blankenship said, he was able to get a lot of the 2s and 3s in the game. I know he didn't think that they played as well as they should have, but a lot of those guys, that's the first time under the big lights in a varsity game, and I'm sure there were some butterflies and some jitters. Mm-hmm. I thought they did well under the circumstance, but look at these numbers. The Rams finished the game with 7 first downs, which is incredible when you look at the score, 43-13. Moore finishes with 12 first downs in the game. Rams with 31 carries for 80 yards, Moore with 42 carries for 155 yards, and again, a lot of that coming in the second half. Neither team passed for 100 yards. The Rams passed for 93 yards, Moore for 90. Moore actually finishes up with 245 total yards, Owasso 173 yards. Time of possession, 28 minutes for Moore, 19 minutes for the Rams. Again, whether it's starters or in cleanup, you want to improve on third down conversions. Owasso only 2 of 9, but they were 2 of 2 on fourth down. Looking at the individual numbers, it was Basinger, the leading rusher. We knew that coming into tonight's game, but the Rams really held him intact, only 9 carries for 62 yards and a second-half touchdown. Dawkins came in at quarterback, kept the football a lot, 13 carries for 47 yards. Sandoval came in primarily in the fourth quarter. He had 5 carries for 32 yards and the other touchdown. Of course, they failed on the 2-point conversion. Henderson was the leading receiver with 2 receptions for 33 yards. Gross 3 receptions for 20 yards. Basinger had 1 catch for 3 yards. Dawkins, he was at quarterback, but he was also at receiver, 2 receptions for 11 yards, and Clark 3 receptions for 23 yards. On the other side, the Rams, they spread the wealth around as well. Neely, the leading rusher for Owasso, 6 carries for 39 yards. and a touchdown. Kennard comes in the game, 5 carries for 20 yards, and then Goins, as we mentioned, had the 1 carry for 3 yards, but that was the Owasso touchdown in that first quarter. Havens was 5 of 6 on the night for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. In the receiving category, it was Goins with 2 receptions for 38 yards and the big touchdown reception in that first quarter. Carney had a reception for 9 yards. Wood, 1 catch for 14 yards. Jeray Austin had 1 reception for 24 yards and a touchdown. Overholt and Stevens each with 1 reception for 4 yards. But the big number is the 43-13 victory by the Owasso Rams here tonight as they stay undefeated, not only in district play but overall. And really, Grant, this game was pretty well in hand by the early to mid-second quarter, and Moore just never could recover. But the big point there is Moore made mistakes, and the Rams took advantage of that and put points on the board, and that is going to be a plus for Coach Blankenship to talk about when he gets his team back in the locker room.
Well, before they retire, we have to wrestle a few more gift cards from Tim and Patty Rich over at McDonald's. So that means we need to pick a McDonald's player of the game. And what are your thoughts tonight?
Well, I mean, it could be all defense. I don't know the tackle numbers, and Mod Triplett was in on a lot of tackles tonight, defensive line. But as we look at the scoring tonight, Gage Laney gets another interception.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could do all defense, but I tell you a guy that's really worked all season, and that's Trey Goins. He had the 36-yard touchdown reception there in the first quarter, put the Rams up 7-0. Then he comes in and gets the 3-yard touchdown run. So, you know, as far as the scoring category goes, the big senior does so much off the football that's not seen that along with the 2 scores tonight, I'm going to say Trey Goins is our player of the game.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We've had plenty of good action this evening and a big 43-13 win for these Owasso Rams over the Moore Lions tonight. Now, next week, again, you heard Bill Blankenship talking about senior night, and we will have Putnam City in our house, and then we start to finally figure out what those playoffs are going to look like. I mean, just going ahead and just write all the teams down, throw it in the air, and draw
it's
one.
Pretty much like put them in a Yahtzee cup, throw it out on the table, and see where the dice land.
That's pretty much how we're going to figure out the playoffs over the next week or so. But I know by Wednesday, I'm sure we'll have more thoughts on that from Bill Blankenship during Inside Ram Football, which airs at 7 o'clock Wednesday night, or 6 o'clock Wednesday night right here on 100.1 KYFM. So anything else we've missed, sir?
No, I think it's been a great night for the fans to come out and watch this evening, and winning is fun. And the Rams continue that streak at 22 games in a row.
All right. Well, Garrett Giles and Max Gross and Joe Riddle and company will have the scoreboard show on KYFM coming up here in just a little bit. And we're going to call it a night here at Owasso Stadium. So for all of our Owasso Sports Network crew, including Ethan Van Meter, Brock Crawford, and Brandon Brewer, Steve Mowry, my color man, Rob Williams crunching the numbers, and Kelly Ward on the sideline. Again, our final score, 43-13. Owasso wins it over the Moore Lions. I'm Grant Merrill saying good night. God bless you. Thanks for listening, and go Rams.